Hospitals across the country are being pushed to their limits. At least 28 states now reporting a jump in admitted coronavirus patients as some ICUs begin to overflow into emergency rooms. In Florida, only 16% of all ICU beds in the state are still available. It comes as the World Health Organization acknowledges the virus could be more contagious than they thought, saying it's possible the virus is airborne. Meanwhile, the surge in cases forcing 21 states to slam the brakes on reopening, including California, where the state capital was forced to shut down for the next week after the virus sickened at least 5 lawmakers. The U.S. death toll now exceeds 131,000 people. But on Tuesday, President Trump making this false claim.
What we're doing very, very well. Again, mortality rate the lowest anywhere in the world.
Even the nation's top coronavirus expert is disputing the claim.
It's a false narrative to take comfort in a lower rate of death.
In fact, the U.S. reported more than 1,000 new deaths on Tuesday alone, accounting for a quarter of new deaths worldwide. And the University of Washington is now projecting more than 208,000 deaths in the U.S. by November 1st. But amidst the new numbers, some encouraging news. For the first time in nearly 4 months, Connecticut reporting no new COVID deaths. And Long Island, once a hotbed for the coronavirus, now cleared to start phase 4 in the reopening process today.
President Trump is insisting that schools must reopen this fall. In tweets this morning, he says funding for schools may be cut off if they don't reopen. He also calls CDC guidelines for reopening impractical.
We don't want the guidance from CDC to be a reason why schools don't open. We want to partner with states, with local education officials, with governors, with local health officials to find a way to meet their needs to open up.
The purpose of CDC's guidance is, remember, it's guidance. It's not requirements, and its purpose is to facilitate the reopening and the keeping open the schools in this country.
Ultimately, it's not a matter of if schools should reopen, it's simply a matter of how. They must fully open and they must be fully operational. And how that happens is best left to education and community leaders.
Apart from having an underlying health condition, children do not appear to be susceptible to serious illness from the coronavirus.
Disturbing video appearing to show a group of white men attacking a black man, allegedly threatening to, quote, get a noose. Part of the incident was recorded on July 4th near Bloomington, Indiana. A group of white people are seen holding a black man against a tree following a disagreement over crossing private property. Booker says he was scared for his life.
I just see so many images pass through my mind of George Floyd, of the countless black people we've seen be killed in horrible ways. And I think to myself, am I going to be them?
Protests began Monday and continued Tuesday. Demonstrators demanding those men face charges. The FBI has now opened a hate crimes investigation as the county prosecutor says she is waiting for investigators to turn the case in for review.
After 21 years of service, Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman is requesting retirement from the U.S. Army, according to his attorney. After testifying in the impeachment hearings, Vindman suffered a campaign of bullying, intimidation, and retaliation from the Trump administration, according to his lawyer.
The president's niece, Mary Trump, unloading in a new book the Trump family tried to stop, titled Too Much and Never Enough: How My Family Created the World's Most Dangerous Man. Mary Trump describes the president's father, Fred Trump, as a high-functioning sociopath who short-circuited Donald's ability to develop and experience the entire spectrum of human emotion. Ms. Trump, a trained psychologist, claims the president's father perverted his son's perception of the world and damaged his ability to live in it. The White House is taking issue with the book's description of the president's relationship with his father, saying in a statement, the president describes the relationship he had with his father as warm and said his father was very good to him. Mary Trump, who is the daughter of the president's older brother, Fred Jr., also writes that Donald is simply weak. His ego is a fragile thing that must be bolstered every moment because he knows deep down that he is nothing of what he claims to be. She adds the president's sister, retired Judge Marianne Trump Barry, told her in 2015 she didn't take her brother's presidential campaign seriously, saying he's a clown.
Hi again, everybody. Meteorologist Rob Marciano here along the shores of Connecticut, talking the building of the heat and the fire situation in the west. We had a new fire breakout yesterday north of Los Angeles. Here's video of it in Simi Valley. The 118 freeway, parts of it at least, shut down for a bit with this brush fire. No structures threatened with that, but there's another one just up the road in Santa Clara, which has a little bit more intensity. This new one in Douglas County, Nevada, breaking out overnight. 18,000 acres burned, or it's been going for a bit with zero containment there. So this is going to be a problem because the heat is only building here. Matter of fact, we have excessive heat watches out for much of the Southwest, wind advisories, and red flag warnings. So hot, dry, windy conditions that never bodes well for fires from California through Nevada and Arizona all the way up through Montana. And here's some of the numbers we're looking at for Palm Springs. By Saturday, you'll be near 120, Phoenix 115. Up and over 100 degrees as well in Oklahoma City. So this heat is building really across much of the country, including the eastern two-thirds today with heat and humidity. It will feel like 100 in Des Moines and 103 as far north as Minneapolis. So if you get an afternoon thunderstorm to cool you off, consider yourself to be lucky. That's what's shaking weather-wise on this Wednesday. Have yourself a great day.